What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Slick. I play a lot of Halo, and today's a special day because we officially have Firefight King of the Hill blessing our multiplayer playlist options. In my opinion, it's one of the greatest things we've gotten in a while because it is the first PvE game type or playlist that you can play so that you can go in and get points towards your hero rank at a decent amount of XP, I might add, without having to deal with the really crazy skill-based matchmaking system that's going on right now. Let's just jump right into it. So I've got a set couple of rules that I always maintain while I'm playing. I've been doing this for about like 10 games and I've got perfections in 9 of them. It's a lot of fun. I might do a video series after this on how to go flawless in all these modes. Okay, rule number 1 is pretty simple. In your primary weapon slot, you're going to want to have a precision weapon. A precision weapon is a weapon that can headshot kill grunts and jackals in 1 bullet as your primary at all times. And the caveat is that weapon has to always be replenishable with ammo. So if you're going to be using something like the Evo 2 Bandit, you can constantly refill kinetic ammo. Battle rifle, same deal. They spawn on the map every single wave completion. You know, you want to have a weapon like that. It's pretty much self-explanatory, no-brainer. You're just going to be picking off enemies from far away, up close. You know, guns like the sidekick, the pistol also totally work. Anything that you prefer as like something you can constantly refill is readily available to you, and you can just pick off enemies with. Secondary weapon, you're always going to want to run a stalker, a shock rifle, a mangler, or a needler as your secondary weapon. Why? Well, if you think about it, all of those weapons are carried commonly and dropped often by enemies in every wave. And that means like basically in every single wave, you're going to find an enemy that drops one of those weapons. That means that you don't have to worry about replenishing ammo as much. And also there's some benefits to each type of weapon. Like the shock rifle, for example, makes a lot of sense because it has the shock area of effect. You know, if an elite and a bunch of grunts are standing together, you can shoot the elite twice and it could kill all the grunts because of the shock chain effect that might happen. Stalker rifle is also great because jackals are always carrying it. Mangler is kind of an interesting one where it's a precision weapon that is very quick to pull out. It also has a really fast shot melee combo kill, but it's still a precision weapon, so it can headshot grunts, skirmishers, and it's also good to note that the mangler actually kills jackals in 1 shot. So if you don't even hit him in the head, you'll still kill a jackal. I think, in my opinion, that's a very crucial weapon to have. It's 4th for a reason. It would be the needler, and the reason I choose needler is just because it's another commonly dropped weapon where, you know, if you have a wave that has a lot of enemies grouped up, you just pull out the needler and you just hold down the trigger. You can just run around, pick up ammo, and you can clean up a lot of enemies. It's super simple, super straightforward, really basic rule set right there. Now, rule number 2. I'm sorry, rule number 1 was pretty lengthy, but it's important. Rule number 2 is always be in the hill, right? And once again, a no-brainer. If you're not in the hill, you're not getting points towards winning the game. You want to stay in the hill as long as possible. So pay attention when the hill's about to move. Just fly across the map as quickly as possible, get to that hill, sit inside of it, and never leave. There's only certain conditions where you should leave: when bosses are dropped into the hill, such as like Escherum, who's just going to one-shot you with his gravity hammer. 2 hunters, like if a pair of hunters gets dropped into the ring with you, get the hell out, bro. You don't have to get the time for that. Always be in the hill. Rule number 3, do not drop the grapple hook. Do not drop it. Like, it's infinite if you keep it from spawn. If you drop it and pick something else up, like let's say you go and grab an overshield, you can pick that grapple hook back up and it will turn infinite again. It will be an endlessly usable amount of grapples. If you go and grab like the new healing equipment, then guess what? You only get 1 of those. If you go grab repulsor, you only get 1 of those. So you're always going to want to keep the grapple. The grapple is obviously essential for so many different reasons. You know, grappling yourself out of hairy situations, grappling weapons to you, grappling yourself to, you know, advantageous positions to get more headshots and get more enemies. That's exactly what you're going to want to do. Okay, with the top 3 rules out of the way, now we're just going to talk about some maybe not so obvious tips for those of you playing that if you just do these, you'll start to progress faster through these games. Okay, whenever the enemies are running out waves, you're always going to want to kill the little guys first. So if there's grunts, jackals, skirmishers, you always want to kill those first, because when they're running, they're normally the fastest units that can get up to you, up close and personal. They always are carrying plasma pistols, needlers, weapons that will kill you very fast. So what you want to do is kill those guys ASAP as soon as they run out into the field. And that way your team, who might not as be a skillful, crazy, cracked up on monster game fuel kind of player like you, can actually clean up the big guys with you. You can team shot more often, and then the big guys fall more quickly. So always shoot the little guys first. Another tip is that whenever there's an elite boss fight, he will drop down with a sentinel beam. That sentinel beam is the craziest, most cracked out sentinel beam in the game. It almost insta-kills full shielded elites. Go ahead and pick that up. Always utilize that as soon as you can. Run to it, grab it, grapple it, whatever you have to do. That gun is absolutely insane. Use it as quickly as possible and exhaust it because that thing just shreds. Okay, last thing, and I'll let you guys go so you can get back to playing, is time the waves. You'll notice that there's a natural cadence to the waves. Normally it's like some groups of jackals and brutes, then it goes into skirmishers, then it goes into some bigger guys, and then there's like an all-out wave. There's like a bunch of big guys, sometimes hunters, sometimes like, you know, lots of brutes at one time, lots of elites at one time, and then even a boss trickled in, sometimes a pseudo boss. You're just gonna want to like make sure that you're being conscious of the game flow. Okay, I killed this wave, what's gonna come next? Okay, I killed the other basic wave. Okay, now next wave should be hunters. If you have that mindset going, then you should be on top of things, and you should actually be, you should be on top of like just the natural flow state of the game at that point. Okay, one last bonus tip, and then you guys can actually go. Vehicles spawn on these maps, guys. So that means that banshees, like warthogs, ghosts, choppers, all kinds of vehicles spawn on these maps. I've yet to see a tank, but with that in mind, if you can get teammates with you that are sitting in the hill full time, and you can just get in a vehicle and fly around the map, that is going to be the fastest way to progress waves. If you're at a banshee, just flying through enemies and just mowing them all down, that's the way to go. So keep that in mind. Be on the lookout for those and work together. Thank you guys so much for watching. My name is Slick. Just want to remind everybody that we are doing a 2200 Halo credit code giveaway. That's right. 3 of the codes will be given away at the end of this month, December. All you have to do to enter is comment on a video and be subscribed to the channel. That's how my algorithm finds you guys. And every single time you add a new comment to a new video, you get another entry. So the more that you're commenting on the videos, the more that you are entered into the winning. So anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. Slick, we'll see you guys next time.